In a turn of events nobody saw coming, Rick Ross is in total panic mode while 50 Cent can't stop laughing. And it's all because Big Meech, freshly released from prison, played a savage power move. He sided with Rick Ross and Floyd Mayweather instead of 50, only to flip the script and pull off a slick high-stakes money hit that left Rick Ross stunned and exposed. That's right. This isn't just beef. This isn't just industry drama. This is a full-on street chess match playing out under the bright lights of fame. Betrayal, manipulation, strategy, and vengeance all wrapped up in a war between hip-hop titans. And at the heart of it all is Big Meech, the legendary kingpin, the myth, the mastermind who built the Black Mafia Family empire and is now proving that even after years behind bars, he still knows how to control the board. Let's rewind the clock just a bit. When Big Meech's release hit the headlines, the industry held its breath. Everyone knew this was more than just a man walking free. It was the rebirth of a legacy. The streets were buzzing. Blogs went crazy. Every label, every rapper, every media personality wanted a piece of Meech. But the one man who stood tall through it all, the one who held Meech's name high for years, was none other than 50 Cent. Let's be real. 50 Cent carried Meech's legacy through BMF the series. He made sure the world didn't forget. He turned the Meech name into a brand that reached millions of households. He mentored Lil Meech, gave him the spotlight, and kept the BMF story alive when everyone else had turned the page. So when Big Meech was finally free, everyone expected one thing. He would return to 50 with loyalty, gratitude, and a shared vision. But that's not what happened. In a jaw-dropping move, Big Meech, instead of aligning with 50, gravitated straight toward Rick Ross and Floyd Mayweather. Yes, Rick Ross, the same man who's been at war with 50 Cent for over a decade. The same Rick Ross who 50 exposed in one of the messiest celebrity beefs of all time. And Floyd. Well, we all know the bad blood between him and 50 runs deep too. So imagine 50's shock and rage when he saw photos and videos of Meech chopping it up with Ross and Mayweather like they were long-lost brothers. The betrayal hit hard. It was more than personal, it was strategic. Meech's move looked like a straight-up diss, a public alignment with 50's enemies. And the message was loud and clear. I don't owe you anything. Now here's where things get really crazy. First, Ross played it cool. He welcomed Meech with open arms. He posted clips, shared inspirational captions, and acted like Meech was the final piece of his empire. He even teased a possible BMF, the Miami chapter spin-off, a direct slap in the face to 50 Cent's BMF series. It was all calculated. Rick Ross thought he was winning. He thought he had outplayed his rival by stealing the one card 50 had left in his hand. But what Ross didn't realize was that he was being played. According to sources close to the situation, Big Meech wasn't there to join Rick Ross. He was there to use Rick Ross. Behind the scenes, Meech was quietly watching, calculating, waiting. He observed how Ross moved, how he bragged about wealth, how he surrounded himself with yes-men and pretended to be a boss. And then when the time was right, Meech struck. The details are still murky, but here's what we know. Meech orchestrated a financial play that blindsided Rick Ross. Insiders say it involved a business partnership that Meech proposed, something involving distribution rights, branded events, and real estate holdings in Atlanta. Ross, hungry to show off his alliance with Meech, jumped on board without doing proper due diligence. And that's when it happened. Big Meech allegedly moved funds, rerouted payments, and leveraged Ross's name and resources to secure a multi-million-dollar deal that cut Ross out of the back end. Some reports even claim that Meech walked away with a seven-figure payday, money that Ross thought was his. And when the paperwork hit his desk and he realized what happened, Ross went into full-blown panic mode. He started making frantic calls. Lawyers were involved. Associates were threatened. The entire MMG camp went silent on social media. And behind closed doors, Ross was said to be furious, yelling that he'd been betrayed, set up, and used like a pawn. The boss had just been bossed. And you already know what 50 Cent did when he heard the news. He laughed. Not just laughed, reportedly cackled for hours. People close to him said 50 was giddy like a kid on Christmas morning. He started posting cryptic IG stories, throwing subtle shade, referencing chess pieces, money bags, and even quoting classic BMF lines. Fans who know the history instantly recognized what was happening. 50 Cent had won, not by force, not by fame, but by simply being patient. He knew Ross couldn't resist the flex. He knew Ross would try to stunt with Meech. And he knew deep down that Meech was still Meech. A strategist, a boss, a man who doesn't let anyone use him. Even if it meant publicly turning on 50, it was all part of a bigger plan. And now the game has changed. Ross is scrambling. Mayweather, who reportedly had invested in one of the deals connected to Meech, is backing out quietly. And 50. He's doubling down on his BMF empire. Word on the street is that he's preparing a BMF redemption arc for Season 4, where the story will mirror what's happening in real life. A character based on Meech outsmarting a fake boss character